Have you ever been asked to audition and when you got there, you realized the casting director wanted a little more than what you bargained for? Yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
All right.
Or no, Diego.
But me? All right.
Yeah.
I went to an audition. I forgot the name of the studio. It was somewhere on the way to Santa Monica. If you guys know any of the studios around there, then let me know. I forgot what it was called though. But they just asked for a teacher. They were looking for a teacher for the class. I was like, all right, cool. Rosie's laughing because she already knows the story. So they were looking for a teacher for the class. I'm like, cool. They weren't really specific on what. I'm guessing, all right, just generic, maybe a hip hop class, some kind of class, kids class, something like that. I can do that. Easy. So I go. I'm super excited. I'm nervous. I get there. I get inside. Really nice studio. Super nice studio. One big room, chandelier and everything. And then Brandon, I feel like Brandon knows the studio now. So I get there and then they're like, all right, guys. So thank you guys for coming to the audition. I'm all there with a number on my chest and everything. And then they tell me like, so we're going to be auditioning for a salsa, bachata, and merengue teacher today. And oh, dude, I don't know. What? Excuse the fuck out of me? What? I don't know any of that shit. I don't know any of it. I'm completely flabbergasted. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. The only thing that gave me like the smallest amount of, okay, I'm not the only one, is because there was someone there from Versatile, one of Rosie's old friends. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm more involved with like fundamental hip styles. He's more involved with fundamental styles. If we both fuck up, then we fuck up together. It's all good. Boom, there we go. But as soon as I walked in there and they said that, I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be in this room. I started looking around to my left and right, and I started seeing like what everybody's wearing, and you can tell who dances salsa by what they're wearing. And I was like, I am in the wrong fucking room. I did get a call back though.
Hey, let's go.
But then I started a new job, and I was like, I'm sorry guys, I can't do it.
You got a call back, but it was actually for a date. They're like, hey, are you the tall, handsome guy?
That's what I told him. Like, so tall.
Hey, are you long, tall, and handsome?
I told her that I was going to have to be dancing with somebody else. And she was like, fuck that job.
I was like, it's a good thing you have a new job then.
Damn, I never knew Rosie get sassy like that.
Woo.
Multiple. Welcome to the industry. That happens a lot. So when you go into that, it's just going to happen all the time, whether it's skill and or looks. The sucky thing is when I first got my agent, I used to live in Ontario and I would drive to Hollywood or North Hollywood or the Valley or whatever this audition was for 3.5 hours in traffic because I lived in Ontario, and I would get there only for them to be like, okay, number 75, and they walk in for them to go, thank you, have a good day. No dance. You just walk in the door and they go, thank you, have a good day. And I'm like, did I drive 3.5 fucking hours to get here in traffic, drive around because there's no parking spots available, try to find a parking just to walk in, all done up with my headshots and my resume for you to say, no, we're looking for a tall, big, buff black man, and you're not that. So yeah, welcome to the industry. Yep. That happened to me with auditioning for Beyonce. That was fucking crazy because I was like, what is happening? I'm nowhere near like any of this build of athleticism of these guys. And it was jazz and hip hop with a little bit of stunt in it, like a little bit of a front flip and this and that. I was like, what? So yeah, no, that happened. And I mentioned this on another podcast, auditioning for Leona Lewis. That audition was so thrown at me that I literally just laughed because it was like, I have no idea what happened because they taught it, audition, groups, and cuts in 12 or 13 minutes total. And I was like, I'm not ready. It was one of those, like, I thought I was good. And then you walked in there and you're like, oh, I'm shitty. Oh, okay. I'll be back like later. So that, but also on the flip end, I did an audition that I was told to go to. And I realized that I was not what they were looking for, but then I was, and they booked me. Does anybody remember Johnny D?
Yeah.
Johnny D had told me to come to this audition and he's, yo, you're totally the look. They're going to book you. And I was like, cool. They booked me. And then they slated in the end. And the slate, I didn't realize this until later. You were supposed to be 18 to 23 or 22. And this happened for me a couple years ago. And me being as old as I am, I was like, what? I can't. Oh my gosh. So as they were slating, I was like, shit. They're like, okay, did you just say your name and like your age so we know what the dancers' names are so we can get all your sizes and everything for the tour? And I was like, Brandon Burciaga. And at that time, I think I was 31, 32, 31. And they were like, oh, okay. And the artist was there and she was like, did you say 30 something? And I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I was told to come.
And then she handed you okay.
And actually they booked me, and my bookend, which is your opposite, the opposite was 19. I was like, yo, my opposite is 19 years old and I'm freaking 30. Like, what in the world? But sometimes it works. Who knows?
Man,
What would you say? It's like a numbers game.
It's a numbers game for real. The good thing about auditioning is that it gets easier and easier the more you do it. Even if they don't choose you, you just got a free class from a renowned choreographer, and the stress level is less and less every time because you're like, shit, I already did this last time. So whatever.
dang. Yeah, I've been to auditions to where there were like probably 100 people in one like warehouse, and there'd be like two mirrors.
Mirrors fogging up.
Yeah, and then they just go through, okay, next row, do the choreo, you move to the next room over there. There was one time I did make it to the next room one time, and then they're like, okay, freestyle, do whatever stunts you gotta do. They're looking down, they look back up. Okay, can that person stay? Everybody else leave. Man, it does humble you. It does. It's crazy. I've taken like probably 6 auditions, and each one has scared me to death. But yes, you do gain, like, just like interviews at jobs, you gain like skills, like what they're looking for. Don't hurt yourself too much about it, because they are definitely looking for a look most of the time. And other times they just like, you fit it. And congrats to everybody getting booked and everything.